Okay, so I have a wild theory. Adam was a DHCP server. I mean that. Now you may look at me and be like, okay, fine, because you don't know what a DHCP server is. Okay. It stands for Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol, right? And what this essentially does is it issues out IP addresses to devices on the network, right? And so let me read out from the book the definition, and then I come back to try to break it down. So according to the book, to solve the problem associated with manual assignment of IP addresses, you can implement a DHCP server to assign an IP address. The DHCP service will dynamically assign new IP addresses to computers and will release and reconfigure the existing IP addresses. Now, the reason I mentioned Adam in the beginning and called him a DHCP server is because he was charged with naming the creation, right? All the plants and animals. That was his job. So he was going from animal to animal, giving them names. And it's impressive because lion is lion, right? You don't go and see another animal in the water or a bird flying in the heavens also called lion. No. So his mind was so perfect that he didn't make those kind of mistakes. And it's amazing because now, if you were to tell me to give about 30 people 30 random names, after about 10 I'm sure I'll repeat some names and someone will be like, oh no, you already gave me this name. I'll say, oh, I forgot. It happens. So as a network administrator, those moments will be inevitable. That's if you decide to manually assign IP addresses, you will forget. And you will assign an already assigned IP address to a new user. And that will cause a lot of turmoil, right, on the network. And so to prevent these kinds of errors, these human errors from occurring, this protocol was created, this DHCP, right? So what this does is the Adam of the network. It doesn't forget. If it gives you a name, it will not reuse that name. It will use a different name for the next person. So what this means is, if I have been given the IP address of 192.168.1.3 by the DHCP, it won't give it to anyone else. If a new person comes in, even if we are 300, no one else will have 192.168.1.3. It is possible, though, that mine IP address will change. And even if it does change, the new IP address I'll have will be unique. There won't be other people on the same network that will have the same IP address as I do. And so the DHCP is this seamless, smooth machine that makes this possible. And I'd like to read one more thing from here. Therefore, DHCP is an IP standard that simplifies the process of assigning IP addresses to desktops in an organizational network. It helps dynamically assign IP addresses to all the desktops that are connected in a network. That's it. That's DHCP. I'm saying one more time. That's the Adam of networking. Wow. I wanted to end with a pun, but yeah, just end like that.